no question. You were when a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Time to bleed. This beautiful Wednesday morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Still on my MacBook. I won't be able to repair my desktop until this Sunday, so it's good to have a plan B, C, and D, and E, and F, all that good stuff. But yeah, good morning. Do this roll call because really want to get to the topic of this show. Anwar Willis, my brother, salute. Dirt Gang Boss, Mark Heston, D. McCall, Todd Swindle, KBGJ, Mr. Shelton in the building, Eric O, Rod Neal, Darius Dillard, Noah Good, Rashad Livingston, Ralph Freeman, jumped on me. Salute. Smash the like button. Daryl Anderson, salute, man. How are you? How are you? How are you? We put this here. Weird things going on. Here's what it is. I hope everyone's having a good morning. Wait for a little more people to get in the building. So there's people late. They fashionably late to the club, late to the party. But this morning's topic was actually inspired by the conversation I had in the chat yesterday. And I thought about it and I said, it's just further proof. And it would be a Tank fan to remind me that there's people out there that just don't get it. And there's people that don't watch my content. They find me for the first time. And instead of, you could disagree with someone. That's fine. But before you insert your personal feelings, you might want to research who's talking. I don't just turn my camera on and just blasting people without a purpose, without reason. 10 times out of 10, it's a building process. A fighter has to do a litmus of things, and then I'll build my case. I will spend time asking, why did he do so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so? Why did she do this and that? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? And then I'm like, well, why is their managers not doing anything? Why aren't the promoters? Then it's a building process. Snoop, what up, Snoop? It's a building process. It's like building a case. And then sometimes it goes all the way to the commissions and who's booking these fights. And then when enough is enough, and it's like, yo, hold on, the fix is in. Y'all see Tyson Fury standing there? You're like, wait a minute, how's he getting away with all of this? Nitty G in the building, salute. Like, yo, what the hell? Why? How is he getting away with this? And then we found out about Daniel Kennedy. Shout out to Art Hostage, who had more information than we ever had in America because America doesn't talk about it. Stormy B-Man in the building. I caught the replay of that live. Epic stuff. Forget gems. Those were nuclear explosions dropped. Salute. Bob Jones, salute. Stephen X. It's a building case. It's a building process. I don't just say, oh, I don't like this guy because he's the rival of a guy that I support or a guy that I know. No. It's a building case. It's a case. And people that are new here, when Tank Davis's name is in the title, and he did something the other day, and everyone gave their 2 and 3 cents about it. So I had a gentleman come here yesterday that obviously found me for the first time, and he obviously thought this was a blind Tank Davis bashing session. And what he doesn't know is that this was far from blind. It wasn't blind at all. My case was built against Tank. This was based off of a couple of years of him being foolish. Same thing with Canelo. I defended him until I couldn't defend him anymore. I'm like, oh man, I can't do it anymore. I can't. When does it stop? When does it stop? It doesn't. It doesn't stop. Tank Davis, all I wanted him to do was fight the best, and he used to be quiet in the background, and Floyd was doing all the talking for him, and Leonard Ellerbe was doing all the talking for him, and 1 minute he picks his own fights, and then next minute, when we ask him why he ain't picking the fight his contemporaries, then his fans want to blame Ellerbe. All right, cool. So then now he got away from Floyd and Ellerbe. He's still not doing, which one is it? Does he control his own fights? Does he control his own destiny like Ellerbe and Floyd said? Or were they in charge? It's like, it's convenient. And I've come to realize that Tank fools come in all ages. 8 to 80, dumb, crippled, and crazy. So we had a gentleman come in here yesterday, and he was respectful. It didn't get nasty, so I wrenched him. But one of the things he said was, he made reference to saving American boxing, something to that degree. And that stuck out to me. American boxing? I want y'all to look at the picture behind me. Y'all already know where I'm going with all of this. American boxing? And the gentleman from yesterday, their name escapes me, but you're a wrench now. If you're here this morning, please make yourself known, because this is another teachable moment for you. You inspired this show. What was that brother's name yesterday? What was his name? I forgot his name. But if you're in the chat, you can say hello, because you inspired this show. Boss, I'm from the Bronx, it's easy. You inspired this show. And I'm going to respectfully give you a rundown of American boxing. From we could work backwards, man. You could pick any era. 2020, 2010, 2000, what? 90, 95, 80s, 70s. Take your pick. Take your pick. You want to go all the way back to the Black Murderers Row? Let's talk about American boxing if you want to. Because when he said that, I'm like, okay, we had a bunch of fighters trying to represent American boxing. Every person on this page that I put here, I put on purpose. Because every last person had a rival who were what color? PP Rocker, salute. Every last one of them had a rival. I'm going to start with Rocky Marciano up there on the upper right-hand side. Now, let me be clear. I'm not going to put, with the exception of one MF, well, 2 MFers on here. Well, actually, 3 MFers on here. I'll put the bigot coat on. All right? I ain't gonna put it on Rocky Marciano. I never heard anything crazy about him, about Lawrence, what up? About him being, racist behind the scenes. I don't know. I never heard it. But what do they celebrate him for? First of all, he's Italian American, right? He's undefeated. He lost his life in a plane crash, unfortunately, right? Something to that degree. But I remember being younger, and I remember old white folks talking about he would have beat the crap out of Muhammad Ali. And this was back when I was a kid, like in the 80s. Now, I didn't really know better. But you know what side of the fence that my uncles and my dad was on. I was like, man, get out of here. Rocky Marciano would have been put to sleep in about 4 or 5 rounds, and they start firing off guys he couldn't. They said, forget Ali, you wouldn't beat George Foreman. You wouldn't beat Ronnie Lyle. You wouldn't have beat Ernie Shavers. You wouldn't have beat Larry Holmes. And Larry Holmes paid for it when he made that one statement. Y'all remember what it was? Abdullah, what up? Remember what he said? He said, Rocky Marciano couldn't hold my jock strap. A lot of y'all don't. I know Stormy knows exactly what I'm talking about. And Super Scrapbook Boxer, the historian. I think he's like the only historian left on YouTube that I care about. And this ain't no shade to anybody else, but this LDBC or nothing. I have trust issues nowadays. Real spill. And he paid for it. They said, man, how, you know, a word, he wants to degrade the great Rocky Marciano. Okay. Yeah, Abdullah, like in Coming to America. Yeah, things like that. Stephen X, yep. Yep. Now, there's no way to know. There's no way to know. But people that watched him, like my parents, like my uncles, they said there's no comparison. There's no way. He couldn't compete with Ali. But the fact that he would, you know, he left the sport undefeated. And I remember my uncle talking about, yeah, well, you know, his resume. Resume. What's that, uncle? Resume. Man, he really ain't do much. Really ain't do much. I was like, ooh. You can't tell his people that. Who is his people? The people who are in control of the media. Who's in control of the media? Let's just say not us. Let's just say not us, okay? Is that fair? Okay? And mind you, he was white, but he was Italian American. And for those of you who don't know the history of this country, they ain't like Italians either. They ain't like Italians. They ain't like Irish people. But if you're familiar with this country, when black people started coming in abundance, they went to the European white folks and said, look, okay, look. You're Irish and you're Italian, but one thing you got going for yourself is that your skin is not theirs. You don't have bronze skin. So you come hang with us. And that's where the BS started. That's where the BS started. That's where white privilege started. You may be of Italian descent, but you're white. Maybe of Irish descent, but you're white. That's where it started. Main biker, salute. This little American history. I'm laying the foundation for this. So the brother yesterday, if y'all were here yesterday, he said something to the effect of Tank being, Tank turned into a patriot all of a sudden. He's waving the American flag. That's what he's doing. Yeah, exactly, main biker. That's exactly I just said that. They didn't like them until they saw too many brown faces, and then the WASP that were here, they say, okay, Italians, okay. Irish, look, huddle up. Listen. Y'all not us, y'all not them. So what you want to do? Ride with them or ride with us? And you know what they did? They got assimilated, like the Borg, Star Trek, Mac of the South, salute. PGH, what up? Andrew Grace, salute. So now Tank wants to be a super patriot, right? Which I found strange. I'm like, oh man, now I make my money in America. Now, one thing that I said yesterday was, now he sounded like a girl stood up at the party, you know what I'm saying? Stood up on prom night. Xavier, my brother, what up? Sounded like a girl stood up on prom night. But the funny thing was, $20 Dreams, what up? The funny thing was, he turned into like straight MAGA. I'm like, where's this coming from? Oh man, you know, I make my money here. Y'all got to go over there. Well, true. Let's say if that's true. But when did that become a bad move? Are you going to stay in the neighborhood where you're making $500 every 2 weeks? Or if someone says, man, relocate and you can get the same work done and build a better resume, win or lose, and I'll pay you $10,000 every 2 weeks. Man, pack your bags. You got to make a living. And that's another thing. You're not turning your back on your country. When did this become a country versus thing? When did that happen? And why is Tank trying to make it that? Jamel, what up? When did that happen? California Love, salute. When did that happen? So let's go back to Rocky Marciano. He's hailed as a hero. I don't hear anybody, Hassan, what up? I don't hear anybody saying anything crazy about Rocky Marciano. I never heard it. Only thing I heard was the Ali Marciano debate. Now, why are they putting Ali in the fantasy fight against Rocky Marciano? Because to them, Rocky Marciano is their GOAT. Ramel, what up? And that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. But I never heard the media speak ill of Rocky Marciano. Why do you think that is? And I wish the brother that was here yesterday was here today, because I would love to speak with him. This show is actually dedicated to him. Because what Tank said, this is the danger. This is the danger. Brother Reef in the building, salute. No doubt, brother. Actually, you know, it's inspired by him. Because Tank inserted another argument into what Turkey's doing, and it doesn't make sense. Now Tank is a patriot, and his fans are just following, as usual, anything that this kid says. And it's ridiculous. Not an 86 in that super chat. Salute, man. He said salute, Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you could find any negative written about Rocky Marciano, I'd be interested in reading it. And I'm not looking for trash. The goal here is not to trash him. I'm just making a point. Bob, salute. Gerard Harlem in the building, salute. Let's go all the way to the left of the page up there. You see the Klitschko brothers? Oh, this is the fun part right here. Oh, those True Boxing Night, salute. All those Klitschko boys. You see Jim Lampley next to them back there? Huh? You see him? I see him. You see Larry Merchant? See him there? Y'all remember HBO Boxing? I do. Like it was yesterday. Deja, what up? Deja, yeah, I know all of that. I know all of that. But when did he get Joe Louis? That first name you put, Joe Louis. By the time he got Joe Louis had a receding hairline and all that. And that was a money fight. And Rocky didn't even want that fight. Didn't even want it. Now, I'm not trying to drag Rocky Marciano. I'm not trying to drag him. I'm just pointing out the treatment. The treatment. That's the purpose of this live. We're going to have a discussion about American boxing. American boxing and who they choose to put on a pedestal. So, you know, I'm not, yeah, Brother Reef, yeah, he cried after the fight. That's why, you know, that's what I'm saying. I never heard any negative. I never heard that this dude was racist behind the scenes. Never heard that. In fact, he was a fan of Joe Louis. He didn't want to do it, man. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. Hen Dog, what up? 704 Joe, salute. He didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with Rocky Marciano. I'm just pointing out the difference in treatment. Quan, what up, Quan? T Hunt, what up? I just want to make a point of the treatment. So let's go to the Klitschko's on the upper left-hand side. Yeah, I remember how HBO promoted these boys. It was 2 Ivan Dragos. Matter of fact, I remember HBO put up a picture of Dolph Lundgren as Drago next to Vladimir Klitschko. You remember the War Games commercial on HBO? You remember that? And they was sitting at that table playing some video game, and it was like, oh, we're going to take over boxing. And I said, oh, this is cute. Let's see what they do. I didn't wish harm on them. Remember, there was no internet back then. There was no social media, I'll say. And I said, oh, this is cute. You know, I get it. These are big, tall guys. They're strong. Okay. Let's see if they could do what they do. Let's just see. Trumaine, what up? Now, I wasn't emotionally driven, I'll say, by this. What happens with all of these white fighters, well, I'll say this, for all non-black fighters, what happens is the media and the fanatics hijack these fighters from us, and they put the race card on it. They do that. I can't enjoy watching them progress because at some way, somehow, especially in this age of the internet where everyone has an account, everyone has a voice, and then you get the wild ass race fans, they jump up, waving that flag, and then they say, oh, he's gonna beat this N-word. Because they always have a rival N-word somewhere. And then they take it there. And it's like, all right, I'm trying to ignore that. I'm just trying to watch this guy do what he does, because he didn't say that. He has these stupid fans saying that. It's not him. So you try to ignore that, but your blood be boiling. And then a couple of years of that, and I ain't gonna hold you. I look for them to at least address that. Come on, guys, ignore that online. I see it online. Don't do that. Ignore that. That's not what I do. That was my problem with Manny Pacquiao, Mr. Christian. He knows what was going on online. He never addressed it. That was my problem with him. He never addressed it. We'll get back to Manny Pacquiao. Patcha, what up? So the Klitschko boys, in the 90s, like, well, I want to say like 96, 97-ish, into Vladimir Klitschko, into Vitaly Klitschko. HBO said, we got them boys now. Somebody we can identify with. We tried to rally behind Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison said, and I quote, I'm not the great white hype. Don't put that coat on me. Tommy said that. Just like that. Yeah, 98, 99. You're right, Shamal. He said, I don't want to be the great white hype. I'll forever respect Tommy Morrison for that, because he knew what they were trying to do. Salute to the Duke. So they put stock in these boys, and they were decent, man. They were decent. They had a few bumps in the road, but they were decent. And They were trying to get the Lennox Lewis fight. Interesting fact, the only time Vladimir and Lennox Lewis fought was on Ocean's 11 in the movie. They performed the robbery during a boxing event, and the main event was Lennox Lewis versus Vladimir Klitschko. This is a fun fact, and a news flash for some of you. King Corleone, my brother, what up? That movie was the reason why Lennox Lewis lost to Hasim Rahman. Just a sidebar. That's just a sidebar. He was filming Ocean's 11. Son of thanks, salute. And that's why he didn't go to Africa on time and train to get used to the altitude. Hasim was down there training all that time. He landed one. Just a little history. Main event Mark, my brother, salute. It's just a little history. Crazy stuff, right? But the main event in that movie, if you go back and look at it, was Vladimir Klitschko versus Lennox Lewis. And that was the fight that we wanted, not so much Vitaly. And Underrated Darkness, my brother, salute. Yeah, so, you know, I was supposed to be the fight, and then he was looking forward. And Vladimir hit a bump in the law called Corey Sanders. And he never ran it back. And nobody held it over his head. You know who got revenge for him? His brother Vitaly. I mean, they love those Klitschko boys so much, man. Big Joe Townsend, salute. Jim Lampley started saying his name like how they say it in the Ukraine. And tonight, Vitaly Klitschko will be facing. I'm like, whoa. Why is he saying that? I am looking forward to seeing Vitaly Klitschko in a dominant performance. I'm like, yo! Did it say John Mugabe's name, how they say it in his country? I'm just curious. Because they make a habit of goofing up our names. Our proper English, y'all. I remember when Queen Latifah made the news. Queen Latifah last night. Jerome, what up? Tupac Shakur is in the news again. Wow. When Michael Clark Duncan died, I don't know what it is in your city. Michael Fleming, salute. When Michael Clark Duncan died, they put up a picture of the other brother. What's his name? Having a brain fart. I don't mean to laugh. But I'm like, yo, CJ, what up? When Michael Clark Duncan passed, they put up a picture of what's his name? So he's running around with his shirt off. Not Ving Rhames. No. Black Gun Owners Magazine. So what's his name? He was in the Expendables. Actually met him twice too. Oh shit, can't think of his name. Not Ving Rhames. He's always dancing. Terry Crews, thank you. They put up a picture of Terry Crews when Michael Clark Duncan passed. I was looking like at the TV, they say Michael Clark Duncan has sadly and unexpectedly passed away. And I'm looking at the picture of Terry Crews. I said, that's not Michael Clark Duncan. It was on ABC out here. That's Channel 7. I said, yo, light eye salute. That was crazy. And Terry Crews saw that. He was like, I was actually sitting in my living room like, I'm breathing. What? Yeah, Stormy, he said he got sexually abused. Ain't that something? Yo, Spoolie, what up? That was wild. But they don't care. We all look alike. Two big, bald, black dudes with muscles. They know who we talking about. And these are entertainment people. You think they would know the difference? Unbelievable, man. Crazy stuff. Main biker in that super chat, much love. He said they probably burnt Tommy for saying that he not the white hope. Oh yeah, man. They didn't care when he did lose. They didn't care. Once he said, don't put that on me, they didn't care. They hoped he won. They didn't care. For the Klitschko boys. And Vladimir was decent. But, you know, we didn't have no American heavyweight to match him. Especially not no white one. So the HBOs loved some Klitschko's, boys. You know what I'm saying? They love those boys. And Vitaly wasn't as skilled, in my opinion, as Vladimir, but Vitaly was a killer. And he ran it back with Corey Sanders. He beat the crap out of him. But no one said, Vladimir, I don't care what your brother did. You got to run that back. No one ever said that. Amazing stuff, right? Amazing stuff. Vitaly got the Vitaly ended up getting the Lennox Lewis fight because our brother Kirk Johnson had to pull out. Well, we spoke to him. He was having a lot of life happening at that point in his life. Man, salute to our brother Kirk Johnson, playing to the Strong House. So he gets the Lennox Lewis fight, and it was a war. It was a war. Vitaly was in that fight, and then Lennox, with the experience, he cut his face up and ended up getting stopped. I would have loved to have seen a rematch. Lennox won the fight, but Vitaly won the drama of the fight. And everyone was saying if that cut don't happen, but if you watch the fight, Lennox was turning it up at the end of in the second half of the fight. He was turning it up on him. He was. And Lennox did the right thing. He said, you know what? I'm done. I got the dub. I'm done. You want to say it was a premature stoppage? That cut on his eye, I put it there. And that's true. And that's why Lennox is one of the all-time greats. And Lennox Lewis carried that flag of for America. Not hear me out. Not American boxing, but he fought in America a lot. Jeff Spark, my brother, salute. He fought in America a lot. He had an American camp too. Manuel Stewart and all that. Right? But they were so happy. They were so happy that the Klitschko's was waving the HBO banner. And when Lennox retired, it became the Vitaly Klitschko era. And they put these guys on a pedestal. And, you know, to me, Vladimir became an eyesore sometimes. I know Vitaly was more fun to watch because he tried and kill you. But Vladimir was 1-2 grab, 1-2 grab, lean, grab, 1-2 grab, use my size, impose my will, and then eventually get you out of there if I could. I didn't hear people calling him boring in abundance. That was boring. That was boring. That was boring. But that wasn't the conversation. That wasn't the conversation. Jim Lampley has something called the Toro Gaddy list. To this day, I don't know what that was in celebration of. You got to tell me because I don't know. Don't put me on no list. I'm a professional boxer. Don't put me on no list with Gaddy's name on it. No, sir. Keep it honest. That man was a walking ass whooping. That's what he was. Let's not play with this. That's what he was. Either he was going to win big or lose big. There was never any in between. But don't put me on that list. Put me on a Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea, barely got touch list. That's the list you want to be on. Put me on an Ernie Shavers one-punch knockout list. Put me on that list. Well, I'm giving out the knockouts, not receiving them. Stop this. This is madness. Goddamn Gaddy list. That list made no sense. The Fight Game with Jim Lampley. I'll pass. I might have sat through the first episode. I said, this is bullshit. That was short-lived. Look at KK Kovalev there. You see that? See him there? They loved him from Kovalev. They loved Kovalev so much that when it came time, well, let's walk it down. Kovalev caught a body in the ring, killed somebody. Boxing is a hurt business, right? And Sergey Kovalev, the Crusher, was developing a reputation. He had a rival. Y'all remember? Remember his rival? Put his name in the chat if you remember. Let me see who's paying attention. Let's say it's in the chat. I'm just substituting. Who is his rival, y'all? AS. Give you the initials. You remember his rival? No. Not Ward yet. It wasn't Ward, Lawrence. Not yet. Not yet. I'm walking it down in order. Yep. Y'all remember? Y'all remember his rival? There you go, MJ Total Health. Adonis Stevenson. Yep. Adonis. He was on HBO, and I'll never forget. I do forget who Kovalev beat. But then when they were interviewing him, Tone, salute. They were interviewing him. They said, hey, man, we just got word that Adonis Stevenson just literally jumped ship, because that was when the PBC was making moves, and Adonis Stevenson went to Showtime. Right? And we all want, Jerome, we all want to see that fight, brother. Because Adonis could crack. Adonis could crack. And he went to Showtime. And I remember Kovalev said, pass me the vodka. Pass the vodka. The monkey, he's scared of me. The pride of Russia, Mother Russia, the motherfucker. Pass the vodka. Yeah. They start doing that dance they do when they put their arms, kick their legs out on the floor and shit. Saying Zangief hanging around in the back. Talking about. And people were saying, hey man, Adonis ducked. I was just watching. And then something else happened. Yeah. The Russian limbo dance. And then something else happens with Sergey Kovalev. Bernard Hopkins shows up at one of his fights, and he's standing out there, standing there. But I'm looking at his face and say, why he look scared? And I bet you put the camera down, his knees will be chattering. And Jim Lampley smiling, and Larry Merchant smiling. So the alien, remember he started calling himself the alien, Bernard Hopkins, the alien, will be facing Sergey KK Kovalev. And y'all know why I'm calling him KK Kovalev, because he's an effing racist. So Bernard Hopkins gets in the ring with him a couple months later and got his ass whooped. I mean, I ain't never seen Bernard Hopkins get his ass whooped like that. When the 12th round ended, he was pumping his fist, not because he thought he was Copper. What up, brother? Not because he thought he won the fight, but he was happy the shit was over, and his boxing IQ got him through that fight. But go watch that fight. Bernard got dropped. Kovalev was whooping his ass. And I watched that like, damn. Yes, salute, Queen. Because I wanted B-Hop to win that fight so bad, because I know who Sergey Kovalev was. I knew who he was. And it hurt my heart to see the Hall of Famer, Bernard Hopkins, the pro-black man, Mr. I'll never let a white boy beat me. But lost to Joe Calzaghe, right? Lost to Joe Calzaghe. Matter of fact, I forgot to put Joe Calzaghe up here. And Joe Calzaghe never did anything wrong. But I'm making a point this morning, y'all. I'm making a point. You lost to Calzaghe. You almost got destroyed by Kovalev. And then you got in the ring with Long Island's very own New York Pride, Mr. Joe Smith, who I ain't got no beef with. But Joe Smith could punch. And he sent Bernard Hopkins skydiving. And that was his last fight, y'all. And I'm like, man, damn, what's going on? You got to ask God, like, man, you know, what's going on here, you know? But God has a plan. What did Devin say? All in Allah's plan. And sometimes God will do things and we don't understand it until later. We don't understand it. Y'all know Quan B. Hop was 50, but he got in there. And I didn't like it. I didn't like Joe Calzaghe. And he dropped Joe Calzaghe in the first round. I thought we had something, but Joe started whooping his ass later. Then he got in there with Kovalev, almost got killed. I'm like, what's going on? And then Joe Smith, who I have no beef with, Shawa, my queen, salute. And then Joe Smith says him skydiving. Literally, y'all, he fell out the ring, y'all. Joe hit him with I think a left, and B-Hop sat on that rope, and next thing you know, he fell. He fell. I'm looking at the bottom of his shoes. I'm like, oh shit. And that was his last fight. Your last memory of Bernard Hopkins' last pro fight is him getting knocked out of the ring by a white boy after he said he'll never let a white boy beat me. 3 white boys beat him. A European, an Italian, European, right? A Russian, and an American white boy. So I'm like, I'm asking God, like, dag, man, B-Hop was Mr. Pro-Black, man. He's a Hall of Fame fighter still, but dag, why he going out like that? And God said, you don't know? Just pay attention. And then years later, he's working with Oscar De La Hoya. And when those racist emails about Al Heyman came out, what did B-Hop do? What did he do, y'all? That's what he did. Not a goddamn thing. And when he didn't do anything, I said, oh. And God said, see? You see? Always trust in me. I'm not going to steer you wrong. Always trust in me. You didn't know that. I did. And I said, Jesus Christ. My conscience is clear. That's why I don't deal with B-Hop. When he was at the presser, I walked right past him. I ain't want Steve L, my brother, salute. So my other brother, I said, what up? That's why my conscience is clear. I could watch those KK Kovalev fights. I could watch the Joe Smith fight. I could watch the Joe Calzaghe fight. Mr. Hunter Hand slap himself. And my conscience is clear. That's the name of that tune. God knows. But back to the topic. Didn't HBO put Sergey Kovalev on a pedestal? Did, right? Right. And then it was Andre Ward's turn. Now, Andre Ward was in the booth with Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley. And then when he said, now let me dial it back now. Let me dial it back because this is a two-part thing. There was a guy named Gennady Golovkin. He's down there on the lower right-hand side next to Vasily Lomachenko with his mouth open. Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. Hey, ain't no guys. Hey, ain't no guys. Triple G. This mofo. HBO loved them some Triple G. Right? Loved them. And I'm like, okay, he got some power. You know, he's from, over there, Who Gives a Fuckistan somewhere. Okay. He got some power. He's from that part of Russia where it's on the border of China. So they're white, but they look Asian, sort of weird looking. Y'all remember Ruslan Provodnikov? Here today, gone today. Remember they tried to get behind Ruslan Provodnikov, high action fighter? Literally 2 seconds of funk, and they got him out of there. Anyway. But shout out to Tim Bradley for making him famous. Idiot. So Gennady Golovkin shows up. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's doing some good things. He's a powerful guy. Yeah, sharp punches. Oh, yeah. And y'all remember who his trainer was? Put the name in the chat. Who is his trainer? Matter of fact, put the name in the chat. AS, another AS. Because I'm going to share this video. Because I ain't played in a while. Because this is all relevant. This is HBO's thought process. Abel Sanchez. Let me share this screen for y'all. Come on, man. Get out of here. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Let me, I got to pause the beats for a minute because y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this if you don't remember. And this is all relevant because this was Gennady Golovkin's trainer, y'all. Okay? Listen.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans, let's just say, and that's why they don't sell. And that's why they don't sell.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And that's why they don't sell.
Oh, there you go. You see those legs, he's done this fight. Nobody has a chance.
By the way, that's Andre Ward on HBO pay-per-view whooping Sergey KK Kovalev's ass in front of Jim Lampley and in front of a Larry Merchant that he would share a booth with to talk boxing. He's the only educated boxer in there, on that panel, right? And they were so happy to see Ward go in there. And this is the second fight, mind you. Because their hero, the Russian, the one they identified with because of his skin color, to see him go in there, Andre Ward, if you don't know, he got dropped in the first round fighting Kovalev, came back and proceeded to whoop Kovalev's ass and got a decision. The world said that he was robbed. Andre Ward ran it right back. And this is him stopping Kovalev in the rematch. Let's take a look.
To knock him out with a minute still to go in the 8th round. Body shot. He's hurt from the body shot. Bad. Body shots and a left hook. Yeah, he's hurting the body shot.
Those were low blows, if you let them call it.
Seconds to go in the round. Crowd rocking and rolling. Ward, like the smart finisher that he is.
Fight over, and shout out to Tony Weeks with that 1987 flat top and that part on the side of his head looking like EST from 3 Times Dope. Shout out to him. But that's what happened. And they hated Andre Ward for doing this. Now, why did I bring up Gennady Golovkin? Well, before this happened, and I'm going to continue this video in a second. Before this happened, Gennady Golovkin was trying to go to 168 where Andre Ward was. And he tried, Luke Moore, where you been? Salute. He tried to go and fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who had no real weight class. Had no real weight class. Right? So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So Ward said, yo, you ain't coming up to fight no Chavez who has no belt, has a marijuana problem, has a weight problem. So if you're going to come to my territory, you're going to fight me. And what did the boxing public say? No, Ward, you're too big. You're being a weight bully. No doubt, final boss. Stay on that job. Cobra Head, salute. You're being a weight bully. Why are you bullying little Triple G? Now he little. Now he little. He's trying to go to 168, but now he little. Why don't you go up to fight the Crusher? And Ward said, okay, son of God. He said, okay, I'll do that. And he did that. And he still complained. And his co-workers said, nah, Kovalev's going to win. They basically said that. And he whooped Kovalev's ass twice. Stopped him in the second fight. Just to give you a brief history of that. But I'm going to continue with this because I'm going somewhere with this.
Trying to go to the body, and Tony Hicks is going to stop the fight.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Needs to get back in the center as King Kong trudges forward.
Come on, squad.
Down goes Ortiz. Oh my goodness. This one is over.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
The tempo and pace. Done some good work. He will get nailed here with the right hand. And he was throwing his own left hand.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Left hand shown by Wilder. There's a right hand, drives Lakovic into the ropes. Down he goes. And it's over. Just like that.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
À gauche. Bellew qui titube un peu là. Oh, l'attaque de Stevenson. Le jab là. C'était bon.
Oh.
C'est terminé. Anthony Stevenson. L'emporte.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Oh, who's that? Little Fist, right?
1-2, and now Haney's got that fire in his eyes.
Oh! What did that Little Fist? What happened?
A walk-off home run.
Who's that?
The dream continues for the 20-year-old sensation.
And it was the body shot that did it. The body shot caught his attention, came upstairs with a haymaker that landed dead on the chin.
Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans. Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans.
Garcia, he told me that he saw Mayweather fight. He says the only other guy or challenges he is Gennady Golovkin. I mean, what do you have to say about that, and do you agree?
Well, you know, Robert is not a biased guy because he doesn't have nothing to do with Gennady. So if a great trainer like Robert thinks that we have a chance, and I think it's a fight that needs to be made. I think it's a fight that the public demands and the public deserves. Maybe it'll be a better fight than the 2nd of May.
Last question on Mayweather. Just say Gennady and him do good in there. How does that fight play out, Abel? You as a coach, you know your fighter, you know Floyd. How does that fight play out if they actually do fight at 154?
It doesn't go into the second part of the fight. It doesn't go in the second half. Mayweather just will finally meet a guy, not so much with power, but a guy that will equal his skill. And it's the kind of fight that Gennady needs to show his skills. He hasn't had a chance, really. He walked Martin Murray down.
Black fighters don't sell, but he was trying to get Triple G versus Floyd at 154.
and really didn't use any of his techniques and technical stuff. With Martin Murray, it was a punching bag that was there, and Gennady was able to touch him with anything. But I think that if we fight Floyd will force Gennady to use his skills early in the fight, and I think it'll end somewhere in the 7th and 8th round. Black fighters fight in a style that is not pleasing to the fans, let's just say, and that's why they don't sell.
But there's no racism in boxing. Okay. Why the hell does why does that look like that? Fudge. Hold on. Thank you. Goodness. But anyway, you get my point. You understand? Not pleasing to the fans. Sure will, my brother. Salute. Now, Dragon Fang, salute. Did you hear that? Exactly, main biker. That was knockout of the year, by the way. Y'all remember? That was knockout of the year, but he got pedal fist though, right? Okay, great. Right? Do I have to go through the whole Manny Pacquiao fiasco with HBO? Do I have to go through that? America loved them some Manny Pacquiao, right? They loved them some Gennady Golovkin, right? Hey, no, guys, this literally on Ellie Setback's page somewhere. You can put it in. Put it in the YouTube search engine where Ellie Setback asked this clown, Gennady Golovkin. He's a fucking clown. Matter of fact, he literally looks like Howdy Doody. Gennady Golovkin looks like the motherfucker that be on the front cover of Mad Magazine. I don't know what that is. Since the 70s, I'm like, what is his face? Why does his face look like that? And then I saw Gennady Golovkin. I said, oh, shit. And you know there's two of them. You know Gennady Golovkin's a twin, right? He has a twin brother. The dude that looks just like him, that's not in as good a shape, that's his twin brother. So there's two of these dudes walking around here. And by the way, Abel Sanchez, you said he was like your son. No, he knows who his father is, and it ain't true. Because when he got that DAZN deal, he cut your ass right out of it. Black fighters don't sell. The next time I saw Abel Sanchez, he was in Dominic, what's his name? That Deontay knocked his head off into the 5th row in Brooklyn. Knocked his head off right into my lap. What was his name? That's who he was training. The next time I saw him, it was him versus who? Otto Wallin. We were still fighting in the bubble. Dominic Brazil, thank you. So black fighters don't sell. You training. The next time I saw him, he was in Dominic Brazil's corner fighting Otto Wallin. You see, God don't make mistakes, y'all. God don't make mistakes. Eat that. And I haven't seen him since. Thank you, Abel. I haven't seen him since. I'm just saying I haven't seen him. I'm not saying he's not working. I'm saying I haven't seen him. So they put Gennady Golovkin on this pedestal. They told Andre Ward stop bullying him, but go up and wait to fight Kovalev. He does it, and he retired undefeated. Cool. They put Gennady Golovkin on Canelo. Canelo did what he wanted to do, and he had the power of Mexico around surrounding him. And plus, you had HBO infatuated with his Irish looks, but he's Mexican. Manny Pacquiao had the power of the Philippines behind him, and he was anti-Floyd Mayweather, right? I'm gonna be very brief with Vasily Lomachenko, right? Oh yeah, Luca. Yeah, they embraced Conor McGregor. It was crazy. They loved him some Conor McGregor, and he was a million times worse than Floyd. He came to my city and got arrested. The first precinct arrested him. He threw a whole guardrail. Him and his team threw a whole guardrail through a bus, and glass got into some guy's eye. Because some fighter he wanted to smoke with was on the bus. The infamous one. They celebrate that behavior when it's coming from a guy that looked like him. right? Vasily Lomachenko. Second pro fight, title shot, loses to a Mexican. Now we're not, salute. Black Martial Arts Society, salute. And then they want to act like these monkeys want to act like this ish ain't happened. Y'all don't believe me? Look at that. Look at that. 14 wins, no losses, 10 KOs. How do you get to 14 without going past 2? He lost his second pro fight. And this is the second time they tried to tell us he was undefeated. Okay? Okay? I took that picture off my TV. I said, what is that? I grabbed my phone so fast. I said, yo! Y'all are bugging. Let's accelerate it a little faster. Do I have to review Tyson Fury? I review that. I done talked about that a lot. Y'all should be well-rounded on this dude. Rounded like his belly. This guy's a cheater. He's a drug cheat. He's a casual drug taker. He's an alcoholic. I've proven all of that. Y'all saw my short video where him and his dad was escorted out of a bar, and he was literally on his hands and knees in the street. Literally. Then I played y'all the other short video where he was somewhere in Europe trying to get into a cab, and the cab ain't want to let, you don't want to let no 6'9" drunk pro boxer into your goddamn cab. Dude said, nah, fuck this, I'm out. And he threw a kick at the damn cab. And somebody was filming it from like a safe distance. You know what I mean? His dealings with Daniel Kinahan. American media doesn't even bring up Daniel Kinahan. ESPN hasn't done it. Look, nobody has done it. Nobody has done it. We've done it. We absolutely have done it. It's not a lie. You know what they do? They just tell us, shut up already, stop talking about it. No, I'm not. Because y'all don't speak on it. So I'll be my own guest. They love them some drunk Tyson Fury. They spent how many years telling us that Deontay wasn't shit? How many years they spent doing that? Longest reigning WBC champion was just about to break Muhammad Ali's record, and they jerked him with a draw. And then they allowed this clown to cheat in the second and third fight. Now you're going to tell us that Deontay ain't shit, but meanwhile celebrate him and praise him after Fury beats him. On record, they beat him. But we know the deal. So they want to have it both ways. There go Tay Jones, bomb squad in the building. Y'all was asleep when you called me, bro. My bad. I saw it this morning. But that's how they do. You see Anthony Joshua standing there? He's the only blackface up there. He's a blackface. He's a white guy in blackface. But they put him on a pedestal because he was Deontay Wilder's rival. I ain't gonna even, you already know, y'all well-rounded on this clown too. But Ryan Garcia, do I even have to explain about him? I was gonna cook him today. I'll save that for tomorrow. Here's my point, ladies and gentlemen. All of these people on this page are American favorites. Oh, I can't wait for that. Damn right. Time reveals all truth. And a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. We'll get there. All of these people on this page are American favorites. And this is why I'm doing this show this morning. Because of the conversation me and the brother had. I wish he was here. If you're here, brother, just make yourself known. Because you probably just found my channel just yesterday. And you referred to what I was saying about Tank Davis as slander. It wasn't slander. Slander is when you're lying on somebody. Nobody could say I ever lied about Tank Davis. Never. I've questioned what the hell he's doing. Like I've done everybody with the exception of Rocky Marciano. Like I've done everybody on this page. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? AJ, what you doing? You're one fight away from undisputed. Like how they say it over there, undisputed. One fight away. And you didn't do it. When asked, he said, and I quote, I'll take the Wilder fight. I don't care if it's 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He had that conversation back in 2014, damn near, y'all. And back then, we was like, whoa, 2020? Whoa, that's a long time. We're now in 2025. Fight still ain't happened. And they done been lost those belts. You see what I mean? Unification fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua didn't happen because of who? Anthony Joshua. Why? Because he was the A side. And that was my point. How the hell is Tank the A side? He don't make no goddamn fights. That's all I was saying. That's not slander. It's true. It's not slander. It's true. One more time. That's not slander. It's true. And as a defense mechanism, what Tank fans do is they break the Devin and Bill glass. That don't work here. That doesn't work. And then I asked the brother, why would you do that? Why did you go straight to Devin Haney when Ryan Garcia is fresh off of saying he wanted to resurrect George Floyd, kill him again, and join the Ku Klux Klan? But you went straight to Devin Haney. Why? Why would you do that? Why? To defend Tank, you attack another black man. You ain't attack Ryan. You ain't attack Tio, who called him a monkey, whichever monkey wants a banana. You went straight for Devin. With all of this on the page, historically going on. And all of these people, with the exception of Ryan Garcia, but he identifies with Mexican American, all of these people are not American, except Rocky. Wait a minute, is Rocky Marciano American? Ain't he from Brooklyn? Was he born here? I never came to research that. Is he from Italy, then flown here, or was he like born here? Educate me. I don't know. I want Young Abel in that super chat, much love. He says, I want to believe that Fury is finally done, but we know otherwise. He's full of crap. That man ain't retired. That man ain't retired. He's not. He's born in Brooklyn. He's from Massachusetts. Okay. All right, so he's American. He's American. Ryan Garcia's American. I don't count Lampley and Merchant. Them niggas is aliens. Whatever. He was born here. Okay. All right. So we got, as far as fighters is concerned, we got 2 Americans here. But the point of this live, I got them on here because these guys were accepted. Because every guy on here has had an American rival that nobody cared about. And guess what color they were? For example, when Vladimir Klitschko fought Ray Mercer, who were people rooting for? Okay. I just want to know. When he fought Chris Bird, who are they rooting for? Okay. The color that fought Bernard Hopkins, who are they rooting for? Jafari, what up? Okay. When Manny Pacquiao was on that 5-year-long face-off with Floyd Mayweather, who was the world rooting for? Even America, the majority? Okay. With Gennady Golovkin, you know, what were they telling us? And this is what made me sick with Gennady. They don't let any of these white fighters develop. When I say develop, let the fan base come naturally. What they do is they hijack the white fighters with racism. He's turning heads for exactly 24 months, and now he's better than Marvin Hagler. I said, this guy's not even better than Bernard Hopkins at 160. They got him better than Marvin Hagler. Black fighters don't sell, but he want him in the ring with Floyd, who's at a career, the majority of his highest paid career at 147, want to bring him up to 154, and he walks around at 168, 160. Canelo, when he was fighting Floyd, you know how many American fans hated Floyd? It was rooting for Canelo to take his head off. What happened to all the Anthony Joshua fans? He's the blackface in blackface up here. But AJ had more fans over here than Deontay had that I seen. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Where's the pride? Where's all the Tyson Fury fans? There was niggas talking about Fury over everyone. Shakur just said it before the Usyk fight. Remember that? I'm sorry, he beats Ali. He beats Ali. And he's gonna be trained. How many title shot opportunities did Vasily Lomachenko get? Every look that Maloma got, Gary Russell Jr. did not get. Everything that happened to Deontay Wilder happened on the BBC watch. Now, to the brother that I was talking to yesterday, if you're here or catch this replay, this live was inspired by the conversation you and I had. Because what you're looking at on this page, those are the faces of American boxing. That's who they put on a pedestal. So when you made the statement about Tank holding down the fort for American boxing, those weren't your exact words, but that's what you was insinuating. I disagree, brother. I disagree, brother. Tank is only worried about his bottom line, and he's mad because he got left out of that. Because one of the tweets I believe that he took down was, why didn't they invite everybody? Meaning, why didn't they invite him? Well, first of all, Tank, Turkey ain't dealing with you. You asked for 3 Ferraris. Instead of that 50 mil he was offering you to fight Devin. That's number one. Number two, don't you got to ask your parole officer or something? Can you even leave the country? You couldn't even go to Japan for your birthday when you told your fans, when the PBC told you, listen to the words now, when the PBC told you to tell your fans that you're fighting Lamont Roach on December 14th. Tank, that wasn't your fault. That was the PBC's fault. And then all we said was, hey, what's going on there? What? Remember? Did I not say, put a yes in the chat. Did I not say, hold on, BS aside, Canelo got his 200, 300 million, whatever. If they didn't pay Tank, that's messed up. Did I not say that? How do you not take care of Tank, but you take care of Canelo? Please explain. Canelo's on his way out the door. He's not entertaining even fighting David Benavidez. But you gonna give him a bag? Why did you not give Tank a bag? Did I not say that? Yeah, but y'all only hear when I'm holding them accountable. I'm not even saying hating on them. I'm saying holding them accountable. TD Hart in that super chat salute. He said Marciano is from the same place Hagler was from, I believe. Okay. Educate me, y'all, because I never looked up where he was from or anything. Yeah. Thank you. And this is what I'm saying. So now Fury gets to go over to Saudi, the criminal that he is. Let me ask y'all a question. Who's a bigger criminal? It's kind of like a trick question. Who's a bigger criminal? Tank Davis or Tyson Fury? We all know the answer. It's Tyson Fury. He's a bigger criminal. He's a cheater. You know, Tank's never been caught cheating. But, you know, we don't know who does his drug testing, whatever. We do know about Tyson Fury. So why is it that Tyson Fury gets more respect than Tank Davis? I think Tank Davis has a better skill set than Tyson Fury. And I'm going to say he's drug-free until he gets caught. I'm going to say he's drug-free. Tank has had some hiccups with the law, but nothing on the level as Tyson Fury. And remember, Tyson Fury is not allowed on American soil due to his association with a drug kingpin, a cartel leader that is still at large. He's not allowed to come to America. Meanwhile, America put him on a pedestal over Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Make it make sense, y'all. Go ahead, make it make sense. Help me out. So to the brother that was in the chat yesterday, when you say protect American boxers, whatever you said yesterday to that degree, I thought about it. I said, what the fuck are we protecting? Look at the faces. Merchant. That's why I got the halo, the halo with the devil's horns over the halo. Merchant. Lampley. I'll never forget, if you watch when Roy Jones Jr. fought John Ruiz, the last round of that fight, when we pretty much had our minds made up, we said, unless Johnny lands something crazy, Roy got this fight in the bag. And if you listen to the last round, I need y'all to listen. Lampley says, well, Roy knew who to fight at heavyweight. You know, he wasn't going to fight any of the other guys. And George Foreman said, Professor X, salute, brother. George Foreman says, oh, no, don't do that. These people done paid their good money now. Don't tear it down now. George Foreman said that. It's round 12, Ruiz versus Roy Jones. Go watch that last round and listen how George Foreman had to correct those dudes. Incidentally, that was George Foreman's last broadcast for HBO. Coincidence? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hendo, you remember that? George was like, don't do that. They immediately was trying to take down Roy. They didn't like Roy. When Roy was active at 175, he was cleaning people up. They kept saying, hey, it ain't the Gold Cross season fight Darius Miklaszewski. He says, no, I don't. For what? Does anyone know Miklaszewski over here? No. At that time, no. Hell, no one knows him now. Y'all can't even, these niggas can't even spell his name. Because it's not spelled how it sounds. And he's in a Hall of Fame ballot this year, by the way. So salute to him. Salute to him. Let me tell you how much of a backstabbing piece of trash these clowns are. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to tell y'all. Roy beats John Ruiz. Antonio Tarver does his thing. He comes down. He trolls him at the press conference after. Roy drops back down to 175, fights Tony. Beat him in the first fight. I felt Roy did. But Roy was visibly tired because he had to lose all of that mass. Rematch, we all saw what happened. Tarver hit him, second round, dropped him. If you go back and listen, Larry Merchant was celebrating. It's over! I'm like, God damn, he's sounds awfully happy. He was not an Antonio Tarver fan like a week ago. What the hell? Okay. Y'all want another example of the hate for this guy? From this guy? You want another example? I'll give you one. Trey Mosley got his ass whipped by Vernon Forrest. I'm not being disrespectful. That's what happened. Beat him twice. Vernon Forrest, it was becoming the Vernon Forrest era. They put stock behind him. I remember Vernon Forrest was on Inside the NBA talking to Charles Barkley, and I don't think Shaq was he there? I don't remember. I don't think Shaq was on the panel yet. I think he was still playing ball. But he was about to shine, and they put him in the ring with a guy named Ricardo Mayorga, virtually an unknown guy. And in fact, in between one of those rounds, he goes back to his corner in Spanish. He says, that black guy hits hard. But HBO was putting their stock behind Vernon Forrest because Shane Mosley was that guy and Vernon beat him easily. Right? Ricardo goes upside Vernon Forrest's head and he never recovered and stopped him. Larry Merchant gets in the ring and Ricardo Mayorga takes out a cigarette, starts smoking a cigarette. Larry Merchant gets in the ring, smiling from ear to ear, praising him while he's smoking a cigarette, while Ricardo's smoking a cigarette, right? And he says, "We toast you." Can I ask what the fuck you toasting? An American fighter that y'all was just about to put a lot of money behind, because there was a lot of fights lined up for him, and he messed up. Vernon messed up. He did. But can I ask what the fuck you toasting, bro? And shout out to Ricardo Mayorga. He truly is. He played it up, that villain role. I enjoyed watching him. And Vernon lost the rematch because there was something about his awkward style that he couldn't deal with. Freedom's March, salute. There was something about his awkward style he couldn't deal with. But he could be outboxed because I believe Corey Spinks came in and outboxed him. I mean, Ricardo was punching fresh air. It was crazy. But no shade to Ricardo Mayorga. He was a bad guy. He played it up. Salute to him. But my focus was on Larry Merchant. Y'all remember Bernard Hopkins? You know, I don't like Bernard as a person, but his career is impeccable. Y'all remember how the conversation used to go between Bernard Hopkins and Larry Merchant? Remember when he had to tell Larry Merchant to stop being ignorant? Larry Merchant attacked Bernard Hopkins verbally, questioned everything about his career. He attacked Roy Jones. When they had to sit down, he attacked him. He attacked Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Mayweather was the flagship of boxing and HBO had him, but he couldn't contain his racism. Larry Merchant couldn't. He couldn't contain his racism so much. He literally chased Floyd to Showtime. He didn't have to go that way. HBO put so much money in this European invasion. Sergey Kovalev, the Klitschko brothers, Vasily Lomachenko, Gennady Golovkin. They loved them some Tyson Fury. They were infatuated with Canelo's European looks. Manny Pacquiao. Every name I just mentioned are not American. So what are we protecting? So when the PBC came along and the brothers went over there, we supported the brothers out of principle. And now the sun, it appears, things are subject to change. The sun appears to be setting on the PBC. And nonsense aside, we're asking what's going on. And Turkey Al-Sheikh says, I don't care what race, culture, or creed you are. If you're going to come over here and get it done and get these fights done, I got bread. Let's get it. And the fighters are going over there saying, yo, I'm going to go get bread. I might get my head knocked off fighting my contemporary, but I'm going to do it because this is what boxers do. Right? Are we getting that in America? Where? How they treating Devin Haney right now? Talk to me. You know what they celebrate? Guys like Mike Tyson. Ignorance, because that's where they want niggas to be. Guys like Tank Davis. Ignorance, because that's where they want niggas to be. But do you notice they treated Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Andre Ward the exact same way? And Andre Ward never been in trouble a day in his life that we've seen. When you ask the fans what they say about Ward, how could you talk negative about Ward? They say, oh, well, I say, well, man, he won the Super Six. That was an outstanding feat. Oh, well, that was 1 million years ago. I said, well, you know what was 2 million years ago? Vasily Lomachenko and Gennady Golovkin's amateur career. Exactly. I still got my soundboard in my hand. F that. Because when those guys come over here, all we hear about, they're 1,001 and 2 in amateurs. I'm like, so what? They're 30 years old, beating up on 15-year-olds. Let's see what he does now. And what does Lomachenko do when he gets hit? He loses his second pro fight to a goddamn Uber driver. And Uber wasn't even around back then. On HBO. What did Bob Arum tell us? I haven't seen anything this great since Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. That's how he marketed Vasily Lomachenko. When it came to Bud, what did he say? The amount of money I lost on Bud, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. So what are we protecting in America? If all the brothers want to go get that turkey money, go get it. Tank wasn't frozen out of getting that turkey money. He said no. Devin and everybody else over there said yes. Shakur said yes. What are you talking about? American boxing. These were the faces of American boxing. And by the way, you see Ryan Garcia there? People still love him. He was over there in London. Hey, Tank, a racist is over. Your buddy, your friend, your trauma bonding friend was over there. And your ass could have been there. But you wanted 2 Ferraris. You was disrespectful. And now you want to poke your lip out and fold your arms and stomp to your goddamn room and get on your phone and tell the world how you feel? No one cares. Doesn't make sense. Like non-alcoholic beer. It doesn't make sense. Nobody cares about your temper tantrums. You better fool yourself. But I have to remind these, because there's Tank fans and there's boxing supporters. And the fella that was here yesterday was a Tank fanatic. He's clearly uneducated because it was a knee-jerk reaction for him to attack Devin Haney. Once I started telling the truth about Tank, which he deemed as slander. It wasn't slander. Slander is when you're lying on somebody. Where's the lie? I don't have to lie on Tank. I don't have to. I'm just pointing out what he did. Did I lie on Tank today? No, I haven't. I never did. And when this is something that I don't understand, I ask, educate me. And people that tried to do it, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So get the fuck out of here with this Tank Davis shit already. He had a meltdown. Another one. He's tweeting and deleting. But my thing is, you had a brother in here that was so fast to attack Devin Haney. And I asked him, why'd you do that? And his response was just what I thought it was. Oh, because of the Tank slander. Not slander. What I said was true. But I'm curious as to why it was second nature for you to attack Devin Haney when Ryan Garcia walked around and said what he said about George Floyd and wanted to join the Ku Klux Klan. And then in defense, he says, oh, I'm glad to see he's not getting on his knees for turkey. So all of those fighters over there are on their knees, blowing turkey. Well, listen. There was cats blowing Al Heyman, and look where it got him. Uh-oh. You want to talk about that, right? I'll say it one more time if you missed it. There were cats on their knees, probably literally blowing Al Heyman. And where it get him? Now this dumb motherfucker's arguing with Bud about money, insulting his wife. Bro, Tank. And before I end this, we shouldn't be discussing this after black boxing in American history. Part of our legacy in this country is the Black Murderers Row. Young man, if you're listening, Google the Black Murderers Row. Educate yourself. Sign up to go follow Scrapbook Boxing. If that's if that conversation is too intellectual for you to keep up with, then go watch Champ Side's documentary on the Black Murderers Row if that's more your style. But the point is, I need you to get that information. I don't care where you get it. Well, I do care where you get it because you need the correct information. But Scrapbook Boxing, Stormy B Man, get the correct information. Get the correct information. That's what you need to do. Who the hell's calling my house phone? Get out of here. Anyway, Rod Nail in that super chat, he said Tank called the people who went to Saudi sheep for chasing money. Meanwhile, he won't fight any of the guys near himself, weight class, and that went there. Exactly. Sorry, I stumbled through that, but exactly. He's the A side to everything. All we're asking him to do is fight his contemporaries, and it's a big uproar. They're blaming the victims. Ain't nobody ducking Tank. Tank's just not fighting his contemporaries. I made $40 million my last fight. Yeah, back end money. You made $5 million, and when the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed, a couple of months later, you got $40 million. Turkey offered you 50 flat out. Straight up. And let's say the 50 was divided between, let's say he made 50 million, I got 25 for Devin and 25 for you. That's still more than your highest payday. Stupid ass. Up front, your highest payday was $5 million. And if you whoop Devin's ass, don't think that Turkey won't give you another payday. What's wrong with you? You're scared. That's what's wrong. Main Biker in that super chat, much love. He said, L Merchant need to hurry up. Celebration. Yeah, bro. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. You already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell the truth. T.D. Hardy, he said, Titan, you're a man on fire for a good reason, man. Salute to you, good brother. I'm on my job. I ain't gotta lie. I ain't gotta make stuff up. When I'm joking, I let y'all know. When I'm joking, I let y'all know. But what American boxing are we protecting? You remember when a couple of weeks ago I said, yo, this thing needs to burn? There's a reason why I said that. This thing needs to burn. I don't care for American boxing. Because who is Americans celebrating? Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, Vasily Lomachenko, Manny Pacquiao, Sergey Kovalev, the Klitschko boys. And now Ryan Garcia. You got a good, clean American fighter in Devin Haney with his father in his life. And y'all are taking this drug-cheating racist over Devin Haney. Unbelievable. But you care as a black man, you care about American boxing? I beg to differ. Go sign up to my Patreon. Drew Titan LLC at Patreon. We'll try again to put the goddamn, hold on. I think that's it. I think that's it. Patreon, y'all. We ain't playing no games over there. It's raw and uncut. It's raw and uncut. There you go. It's raw and uncut over there. We ain't playing no games over there. Yeah. Because YouTube is, to be very blunt, YouTube is trash. YouTube is trash. And we're going to have fun. 2025, we're going to have fun. Slapping them around the pool table. They've left the virtual paper trail unmatched. So, yes, sir. So salute to y'all, man. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Thank you for rocking with me. I might do pep talk tonight. Not sure. I may or may not, but just make sure you have all the notifications on Painful Excellence Podcast. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay warm. It's cold out here. I think the general's on. Let's head over there. Y'all take it gently. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.